Chapter 15. Sean and I stood side by side, our hands gripping the railing above the deck. The ship bounced on the low waves. The sails fluttered and snapped as they caught the wind, and we picked up speed. We didn't speak as we watched the dock and the beach and the house grow smaller and smaller, fading into the distance. There was no reason to speak. No one to call for help. No one to rescue us from this crazy mission. Sail to an island? Capture a canary and bring it back? Of course, the whole thing was impossible. The black sails whistled and snapped, as if greeting the wind. The air smelled salty and felt cold against my burning cheeks. "Wonder if we'll ever see Uncle Jim again," I said to Sean. He sighed. "Wonder if we'll ever see Mom and Dad again," he murmured. "It's all our fault," I said. "If only we had listened to Uncle Jim. If only we had stayed out of that locked room." Sean swallowed hard and made a gulping sound. He shook his head sadly and didn't reply. The waves rose higher. Water splashed onto the deck, rolling over our shoes. We both leaped back. The wind blew our hair wildly about our heads. "How long do you think it will take to get to the island?" Sean asked in a tiny, frightened voice. I had no idea, so I just shrugged my shoulders. "I'm going down below," he said, pointing to a narrow stairway leading down. "See if I can find our cabin." I started to follow him, but Salty and Pepper stepped into my path. The two heads studied the waves beyond the deck. The ship rocked hard and the deck tilted up. I lost my balance and stumbled into him. He staggered to the side and we both nearly fell over. "Easy," Salty said. He took me by my shoulders and stood me upright. "It will take a while to get your sea legs." "No, it won't," Pepper said. "Yes, it will. Why do you always argue with me?" "I don't," Pepper replied. "Yes, you do." Both heads turned to me. "Which way to Clam Island?" Salty asked. I gasped. "Which way? Why are you asking me?" "Because I don't know," he replied. "I don't know either," Pepper said. Those words sent a stab of fear into my heart. Were we lost already? "Follow the moon," a voice said from the stairway. Mad Madeline appeared from the deck below. The two heads spun to her. "Follow the moon? It's the middle of the afternoon." "Follow the moon," she repeated. "It will never lead you wrong." She took her braids and tied them in a double knot. A wave of panic swept over me. I forced myself to speak. "You really don't know the way to Clam Island?" I said in a trembling voice. "I believe it's that way," Salty said. His left hand pointed right. His right hand pointed left. "Oh my gosh," I uttered. "Well, who is steering the ship?" "Look on the captain's bridge," he replied. He pointed to a raised deck at the back of the ship. I saw Chuckles the chimp standing up there. He had a banana in one hand and the big wooden ship's wheel in the other. He was spinning the wheel one way, then the other. "The chimp is steering the ship?" I cried, unable to hold down my total panic. "He doesn't know where we're going," Madeline chimed in. "But we're making good speed." "Why?" I demanded. "Why is Chuckles steering the ship?" Salty spoke in a low voice. "Do you want to be the one to tell him he can't?" "But you're a sailor, right?" I cried. You've sailed on this ship many times? And you really don't know how to guide us to the island?" He shrugged. Both heads shook no. "I've been sailing all my life," Salty started. "No, you haven't," Pepper interrupted. "I've been sailing all my life, but directions have always been a mystery to me." "Me too," Pepper added. I blinked. Did they just agree on something? The ship rocked again. Bursts of wind sent my hair flying straight back. I shivered. I was trapped on a ship with these lunatics, already lost on the ocean. The ship was being guided by a chimpanzee in a sailor suit, and no one had a clue how to navigate us to where we were going. Where was Sean? I had to tell him we were in worse trouble than we had imagined. Just as these thoughts swept through my panicked mind, my brother appeared in the stairway from below. He pushed past Madeline and stumbled toward me across the deck. "Look what I found in the cabin below," Sean cried. He raised a rolled-up sheet of canvas in one hand. "It's a map!" "Really?" I cried. "A map that shows the way to Clam Island?" Sean nodded. "Yes, it has all these lines drawn on it, and one line goes straight to Clam Island." "Oh, thank goodness," I said. "Thank goodness, a map!" Sean held it up and started to unroll it. "Let me see that," Salty said. He grabbed it out of Sean's hands. "No, let me see it," Pepper shouted. The map went from one hand to the other. "I saw it first," Salty exclaimed. "Let me see it," Pepper cried. The left hand grabbed it. Then the right hand grabbed it back. The two hands appeared to fight over it. "Give it to me! Let me see it!" A strong blast of wind sent the rolled-up map flying out of their hands. "Oh no!" I screamed as I watched the map sail over the railing, plunge down into the water, and disappear in the waves.